Bear Racing Live. Midweek Modifieds. We are back, baby. I should really update the that stream starting soon screen with some videos I made from 2024 and not all from 2023. One day I'll get around to that. What's up, everybody? We are back. As always, if audio levels don't sound perfect, let me know. Still a one-man guy here doing this. I don't have my laptop hooked up to the side of me this week, so if something goes wrong, I'm probably not going to know about it. Yeah. Last week I ended up scrapping the stream. You may have noticed, because as I was sitting here like an hour or so before, I'm thinking there's no highlights from Dirt Track Digest or anything. Just about everything was rained out, so there's nothing to watch, not really anything to talk about. The only thing we would really do is just talk about the bear rankings, one or two pieces of news that came out, and then say, alright, see you guys next week. So felt like it was going to be a bit too short of a stream for my liking, so I decided to roll everything over to this week instead. That being said, I still kind of want to have a quickish stream today. I know Fonda has their first race of the year tonight, with the was it like the 12A special or something like that. So plan is to wrap up the stream before the feature, definitely before the feature. I think heat races are going to be around 7:30, I saw, so we'll try to keep this one a little bit quick here this week, and that's it. Definitely going to be an improv stream today. I pretty much just tried to roll everything over from last week to this week, so I'm sure I forgot about a bunch of stuff. As always, winners from last week are down below. If you see your favorite driver, say, hey, I see my favorite driver. So how is everyone else doing this week? Did anyone go to any races at all? I did end up going to Albany, Saratoga on Friday for the Super DIRTcar Series race. Had a blast. Had a lot of people come up and say hi to me. I don't have my magnets with me. Gave out a bunch of magnets just to say thank you guys for watching and actually showing up to the race. I've been doing that for a while now, and if you got one from last year, I got a much better design, in my opinion, for this year, so feel free to grab another one, even if you already got one. Yeah, Albany, Saratoga, once again, packed with fans. Every time I go, it always is. Racing was really, really good. Haven't watched the highlights or anything from Dirt Vision yet. We will tonight. So hopefully the broadcast did that race justice, because the 60 laps it encouraged a lot more aggressive driving from guys who you wouldn't normally see sending sliders on other guys, and the racing was really good. So I got a little bit more editing to do in that video. Should be able to finish that tonight, and the video should go live tomorrow. Anything else I want to touch on this week? I don't think so. Do I want to jump right into the news? I think I might. Give a just regular old Coca-Cola this week. Shout out to Jillian. It's weird because I'm definitely much more of a Pepsi guy, so I don't know why I got this one. Yeah, man, racing season is... I think it's just about fully back now, because we got a lot of tracks starting out their weekly racing program. And thankfully in in the Northeast, we still have a lot of tracks that do weekly racing. All right, again, I wrote most of this last week, so I probably forgot most of it. This is gonna be a mess. Western PA feels like a distant cousin for Modified Nation, because while you guys are racing the same cars over there, there's very little cross-contamination with the rest of the modified landscape. Due to all this, I wanted to point something out to anyone who may want to make a journey to Tri-City Raceway Park. The website for the track has changed its URL. It's now TriCityRaceway2025.com. The site is still under construction, so not all of the track's information can be found there yet, like the schedule, for example, although, like I said, I wrote this last week, it might be up there right now. So as of right now, the Facebook page is the best place to go to if you're looking for something track-related. The track kicked off its 2025 season last Friday with its 6-pack of weekly racing divisions, including our big block modifieds. This is something I really just wanted to point out to any fellow track chasers or any competitors that might be scheduling an outlaw type schedule where they don't stick to one track, they pick and choose which races they go to. So just wanted to make that known to anyone who plans on racing or watching racing in Franklin, Pennsylvania, that hey, double check their Facebook before you check their website. It's still under construction. Please be aware. What do I got next? Let's see. I haven't switched this in a while. It is this one. Oh, that was the background I changed. Oh no. There we go. How's that? Okay, I fixed that. Like I said, you take 1 week off and you just forget how to do everything, apparently. There we go. Again, I wrote this last week. 2 weeks ago, only non-rained out Modified Nation. Wow. 2 weeks ago. The only race 2 weeks ago that wasn't rained out in Modified Nation was a historic one. The season opener at Airborne Park in Plattsburgh saw a packed crowd cheer on 33 small block modifieds as they battled for 40 laps around the 4/10 mile oval. The historical part about the race was not the crowd, the drivers, or the divisions on track, but instead came on the logistical side of things. The track hosted its earliest calendar date for racing in the 71 seasons that the track has ever existed. The previous record was set on April 22nd, 1989, a solid 9 days later than what this race took place on. Airborne has a few more shows on the weekends before it switches to its usual Thursday night shows. Next race is this Sunday. 20 bald eagles gets you through the gates. Why did I write that? Try camping at the track is free. Hookups are an additional $20. I watched the race live on Dirt Track Digest because, again, it was the only race that wasn't rained out 2 weeks ago. It put on a pretty good show. The Waugh brothers picked up a 1-2, and I don't believe highlights was posted to YouTube for some reason. No, it wasn't. So, unfortunately, if you didn't watch live or if you don't plan on buying the replay, you will not get to see the race. But I thought it was a very entertaining one. Airborne Park, still a fan favorite in the Plattsburgh area. I'm going to change the right scene this time. I've shown and touched on a few logo redesigns over the off-season that were done to commemorate an anniversary season of a few tracks. Georgetown and Albany Saratoga are probably the most prominent ones, with the track celebrating its 75th and 60th anniversaries respectively. This one completely flew under my radar somehow, though. Like Albany, Woodhull is hosting its 60th year in existence in 2025, and holy shit, what a logo redesign. As an obvious metalhead, if you listen to the background music, this thing hits all of the right notes for me. The marketing team at the track always tried to advertise the bullring's no-hold-barred nature of the track, and this little guy does exactly that. The track held its opening night last Saturday, but without the modifieds. These don't start at the track until this weekend. 15 greenbacks gets you through the gates with free dry camping at the track available. Check out my video of the track from last season after this stream. Woodhull Raceway, a 1/3 mile paperclip with long straightaways, high bankings, and tight turns, much like the Wall Stadium Speedway in New Jersey, except Woodhull Raceway is obviously a dirt track. Another track that is very, very loved in the area, and although it flies under the radar for a lot of fans because the track doesn't really hold any big races outside of its little niche, no Super Dirt, no Short Track Super Series or BRP Tour or anything really. Not a lot of modified fans know about the track, although somehow this is like one of my most viewed videos. So if you're in the area, thank you guys for watching, supporting the channel, and more importantly, supporting the racetrack, because it was a blast. It was a very good time at the track. Classic dirt track stuff. I loved it, and seriously, I can't get over that logo. It just looks so brutal, man. All right, one more piece of news. Back to my neck of the woods. As I'm writing the script for the stream, Brett Hearn dropped some news about our historical Orange County Fair Speedway and its 2025 season. It's good news once again, as he announces the admission prices for the track will not change from last year. $20 gets you into the stands, $5 for the kiddos, and $35 to get into the pits. This is the same price it's been for a long time, so to see these prices not rise, even with the addition of races this year, honestly, probably the best news we could have asked for in this aspect. Year 106 goes green Sunday, May 4th. I hope to see you there. My home track, been a part of my life since I was born. I love this place, but a lot of drivers, fans love this place. So I'm really happy to see 2025 continuing and honestly growing with more races and less, I don't want to say price gouging, but less reliance on fans to show up. So prices not going up. Love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. That's all I got for news this week. Probably could have dug into a little more, but like I said, I just kind of wanted to roll over everything I planned on talking about last week. So this is pretty much where that stream would have ended last week. So hopefully you can forgive me for not. Yeah. Okay, so do I want to do the bear or do I want to do highlights? I think I'm going to do highlights. No, actually, you know what? I might do the... yeah, let me do the bear. If you're new to the stream, new to the channel, I came up with a formula that classifies and ranks Northeast modified drivers and excuse me. Basically, it's a ranking system. You perform well against good drivers, you gain more points. You perform well against drivers who don't have as much points, you gain less points but still gain. You do bad, you lose points. It's a point system, really. So here's the one race from 2 weeks ago that wasn't rained out at Airborne. Felix Wall picks up the win here, and scrolling through, like I said, 33 cars showed up. A very, very good field. I'm sure all of the rainouts helped boost the track's turnout a little bit in terms of on-track competitors, but still a great race. Like I said, I enjoyed it. Okay, so for this week, how do I want to do this? I'm definitely going to try to do chronologically. Let me try to start with like most prestigious versus... well, I don't want to say prestigious. I'll just go through it here. Okay, so click that and click that. The annoying part is that I couldn't really keep all of these images the same sizes, so yeah, you can see here this one's this one's jumping off the screen. Oh jeez. Whatever, that's good enough. Albany Saratoga, the Super DIRTcar Series race. LG Lombardo picks up a surprising underdog victory to grab his second win of his Super DIRTcar Series career. Definitely an underdog story. I mean, beating out Yankowski, Sears, Mahaney, guys who have been in the top 10, top 20 in the Bear rankings since the season started. And then here you can see it was go through the list of 51 cars off the top of my head signed in, and here's how they all performed. If you see they started with 1,000, that most likely means this was just their first start of the year. So baseline is 1,000, and then you know, you can see as they gain and lose more depending where they finish. I'll probably let this one scroll through one more time. Like I said, it was a very, very fun track to go to. Every time I go to it, the place is just, I don't want to say rowdy, but definitely lively. Okay, which one do I want to do next? Let me jump to Outlaw Speedway. Outlaw Speedway, who held its first race of the year last week. Why is this so small? Why is this one so small? Okay. Bobby Varon picked up his first win of the season against a lot of guys who ran their first race last week. I don't know why I blanked on that. Something I want to point out, I have been posting these images to my Facebook and Twitter, so if you want to look at them a little more in depth, they're there for viewing. Let me jump to, I guess, Tri-City next. Cool, it's still really short for some reason. Tri-City Raceway Park, it hosted its first modified race of the season. I'm going to stop saying that, just about all these tracks did. Rex King Jr. continues his strong run out west in western Pennsylvania, staying with Crummer and now I don't know if it's pronounced Regaleski or Regaleski. I don't think I've ever actually heard his name pronounced. And then the Holdens, surprisingly, were down towards the bottom. Yeah, I really don't have much else to say about this one here. Big Diamond, we could jump to next. Why? Whatever, man. Loudenreimer, his first win of the season, not his first career, against another stout field of 44 small blocks. Big Diamond easily has the largest car count of weekly racing rosters so far. Like, I know it's still early, but it really doesn't seem like this is going to slow down for a while, especially with the purse that this track keeps putting up. And I will get into that a little bit later in the stream. Any surprises? Mike Guler, showcase driver of the thumbnail this week, finished down in 29th. Don't know if he had some issues with his car or got collected up in an accident or something. We will watch highlights of this one coming up soon. Oh, was that the end of the background music? Yep, hold on. There you go. And then, what else do we got? There's one more for Friday, Utica Rome. There's got to be like an easier way for me to switch these out. Maybe in future streams, since I'm posting them on my socials, I might not go through all of these individually. Maybe just some of the bigger races, and then I'll still post all of them on my Twitter and Facebook. Utica Rome hosted a small block special race on Friday. Any Any standouts? Let me see. Some refreshing my memory watching this. Rocky Warner, surprisingly down low. I don't think he even qualified for the race. And then Matt Janzik, his first career win right here in small block competition. Beat Bobby Hackle, Lance Willis, Billy Dunn, Willie Decker, Matt Caprera. I mean, these are some big names here he beat out. David Hebert. Yeah, I mean, congrats. 4 more to go through. We got Bridgeport. Again, it's short for some reason. 23 cars competed at Bridgeport on Saturday. Dominic Buffalino picked up his first win of the season and really needed that boost. You could see the 978 shows he kind of was struggling a little bit in the very early parts of the season, but a win should help him break out and get into his normal stride. Grandview. Let's jump to, gotta find it, there it is. Again, so it's either really small or a really big image for some reason. How many signed into Grandview? I do not remember. Quite a bit. 46. I made these back in like Sunday or Monday, so. Hurthler picks up the win. You can see Mike Guler rebounded from the bad race at Big Diamond. Danny Buck, a solid top 10, as well as Godown and Rammert. All three of those guys had very good weekends. Ryan Watt continues to gain. Alex Jankowski only gained a little bit due to his high rating already. Perego actually ended up losing some. And any others? Dwayne Howard probably came back down to his average a little bit here. And then Tanner Van Doren, don't know what happened. Didn't qualify for the race, ends up losing almost 100 points. Fonda and Thunder Mountain were called for weather, so we have Delaware International up next. Another shorty. Again, here a lot of guys running their first race of the year. 25 signed in. Okay. And Watkins picked up the win. Yes. Another underdog beat out the Watson brothers. Paul Mancini picked up a good top 5. Scrolling through, I don't think any other surprises I really want to talk about. Lebanon Valley was rained out for rain, so then the last one is Merrittville. Here we go. Off the top of my head, this is the first race of the year that takes place in Canada for our big block modifieds, or big block, small block modifieds. And Bowman beats Lindbergh. Bicknell ran a race, fan favorite. Everyone here, this was their first race of the year. So, I mean, everybody starts with 1,000 here. Yeah. So let me, so now if we average all of those together, this is what the top 40 looks like. Lance Willix with his, was it podium from Utica Rome, jumps the most spots inside the top 40. Then you can see a lot of the guys who ran their first race of the year. If you're going 1 for 1, your average is going to be great, so of course you're going to be in the top 40. Matt Shepard, with his top 10, is able to jump Alex Payne, who kind of struggled a little bit. in Albany, and then Stuart Friesen, who didn't get a chance to run last weekend. So Shepard jumps into first place in my standings. Tim Sears picks up a large portion with a top 5 as well. So yeah, going forward, I'm probably not going to go through every single race. Maybe just some of the big ones. And then we'll still do the average here, because these are like the actual ratings at the end of the week. In terms of strength of field for every track, this is what we're looking at. Grandview actually edged out a little bit of the Super DIRTcar Series. You can see an asterisk next to Super Dirt and Utica Rome. I'm not going to include them on the right leaderboard because one, those are not well, Super Dirt's not a weekly track. It's a touring series. And then Utica Rome, its main division is big block modified. It's not the small blocks, so it's an outlier week for them. So I'm not going to include that race on the right leaderboard. But you can see Grandview with their race on Saturday overtakes Big Diamond for the most competitive strength of field so far of the year. And we're going to have a lot more tracks join this list this weekend coming up. So let's jump into cross-flagged question, because we're about halfway through the stream. As always, I ask you guys who should be the thumbnail driver for the stream next week. My 3 nominations: Felix Waugh, who picked up the only win 2 weeks ago at Airborne Park; LJ Lombardo, who picked up his second career Super DIRTcar Series win at Albany, Saratoga; and Matt Janzik, who picked up his first career ever at Utica Rome last week. So feel free, if you're watching live, to drop your vote in the chat. If you're watching a replay of the stream, feel free to drop it in the comment. And then, as always, I post an actual poll on my YouTube community tab, I think it's still called. So if you're watching live, you can vote 3 times. I really kind of don't care. Cool, that was a lot to go through. So let me kill the background music. Let's jump over to the watch along screen. And we have where's that screen? There it is. 3 highlights on tap: Super Dirt and Big Diamond from Friday, and then Bridgeport from Saturday. Let me just double check real quick. Did nope, no other new highlights have been posted. So this is it. Nothing from Utica and Flow. Nothing from Airborne. And then, was there another one I'm missing? Nope. Actually, that is all of them. Okay. Well, let's jump into it. See what we got. Like I said, I haven't watched any of these except for the Super Dirt one, which I attended. Video will be out tomorrow, hopefully, as long as I can finish editing. So let's see what we got. Jankowski jumped out to an early lead over who was the early top 5? Lombardo, Sears, Mahaney, and Adam Pearson, top 5. Adam Pearson, great run. Doesn't compete on the tour full-time anymore. Definitely scaled back his operation, but will still be racing at Albany, Saratoga weekly. Another good night was Bob McGannon, who was able to qualify in his heat race, and they were only taking the top 3 from 6 heat races. So really good showing for him. Big brother Bob. Mahaney versus Sears for third. These guys were fighting the entire race. Oh, Stratton. Lazy spin. Three wide for first. Lombardo challenging. Ripping the lip. Not really the fastest way around here. Kind of semi-flat banking and short straightaways. The top line really only works when the bottom gets slicked out. Lombardo, though, kind of proves everyone wrong here. Mahaney and Williamson have some history going back a couple years ago. But I thought they raced each other pretty clean here. Well, maybe not super clean. Of those out. I said that in my in the intro of my video that's going to go live tomorrow. Is the race is pretty short for a typical Super DIRTcar Series race, so guys are definitely going to have to be more aggressive in their march through the field because there's not a lot of time they'll be able to use. Ooh, he almost clipped the wall there. Like I said, man, just a great crowd showed up. This track is still loved by locals. And as of right now, there's no plans for it to go anywhere.
It took me a hell of a long time to figure this place out, and I think stepping back last year and taking some time off racing really helped me and got me more involved with the technology side of this stuff, but god damn, this feels good.
I don't remember if I captured his first career series win on the channel, but I was there for that when he won that on Lebanon Valley, and was a King of the Spring race. Either way. Big Diamond. Tyler Dipple, early race lead. Okay. Dipple not in his number 1 car here, is in his 20, and I don't know who he drives for in this one. Watt's keeping him honest though. He is right on his gearbox. Really trying to send it in. Holy crap, what a race. They said it was a 50-lap race? Why are they running so hard? Loudon Reimert. It looked like Reimert started like 10th or something. I'm really surprised he's up into the top 3 already. Logan Watt pushing hard. He's going to chew up his tires if he keeps doing that. Might work. Shuffles Dipple back. So how quickly does Reimert pounce on Dipple? Not as easy as I would have thought. Does Dipple get him back on a restart? Okay, we got a good race here. Big Diamond, man. The pan-hard bar rule change doesn't seem to be hurting the racing product. At least early on in the season. Ooh, Watt jumped the cushion, allows Reimer through. Is that Cressley running fourth? Yep. Another restart. Tyler Dipple, man, I'm actually kind of surprised how strong he's running. He was sneaky quick at Orange County last year, but again, that was a different car he was in. Oh, he missed the entry. He missed the entry. He allows Reimer through. He opened the door. That's just smart, patient driving from Reimer. And then Logan Watt able to get by Dipple. Yep. I think Dipple's just trying to push his car a little too hard into the braking zones. He keeps running high and allowing guys to put their front nose underneath him. Watt's right on the bumper. Oh, Reimer! Wow, they got lucky. Wow. I mean, Watt's still right on his bumper. I think Watt did have the faster car. I just think it might be a little too late in the race to make a move. Trying to put a locked car in between him is Reimer, and he gets it. That's a lot of breathing room. For third? Yeah. This is going to be a good track championship to watch throughout the year. I mean, Reimer, Watt, Cressley, Van Doren, and potentially Tyler Dipple running full-time. Those are a lot of guys who are not afraid. Well, one, not afraid to push a little too hard, but also have a lot of knowledge on the track. Is this white flag? Inside. Oh, no, that would have been such a good finish.
The drama was at peak performance out there. This is going to be quite the finish here after what we've just been witnessing with these two guys. Here comes Loudon Reimer trying to hold off Logan Watt. Hughes Watt, Craig Von Dorn still might have a shot at this deal as well. There is Cressley back in fourth spot. Logan Watt trying to make a run down the back straightaway. Barry.
Reimer better on the restart. Watt crosses over. Not enough. That was a great race. Great race, boys. Was a $10,000 payday for Reimer. All right, last one. We got one from Bridgeport. I will never, ever get over Tim Pitts announcing at a track that's not Orange County. Grasso brothers, 2 of the top, oh, I almost said 3, top 4. Is that Cozy in first? No shit. Good for him, man. Keep racing. Ooh, slider on Ross, new leader. Cozy has been racing for a long time, if you guys don't know. I don't want to say a legend at Orange County, but has put in a lot of races under his belt in Middletown. Buffalino coming through the field. Yellow single car.
Ross fires in the go zone on a turn number 4. He travels this time. Lightning from Lambertville pulls up to the number 1 spot again.
God, both the Grosso guys running together like this always makes me so nervous, because the last thing you want to do is take out your teammate, you know. Especially in short track racing, because you're going to be fixing the car yourself with hands-on, you know. You don't have a crew of like 50 workers back in the shop that are going to do it.
Slow but sure, Buffalino is sneaking up on Cale Ross. Ross can hear footprints in the hallway. Looks over his left shoulder. Beads of sweat begin to build on his brow.
He's able to hold him off. Buffalino's going to dive it in here. No, he didn't dive. He's just able to hold a better line on the inside. Then there's the slider right there, 1 and 2.
Ross on the outside. Ross gonna put it right back down to the inside. Swap lanes coming out of turn number 2. But now Dominic Buffalino is our new race leader.
I wish I knew where he started.
Buffalino center lines it down there in 1 and 2, and here comes Pouch Jr. Pouch Jr., the Marvel repair number 1 car, back there in spot number 3, cannot get by Cale Ross. Ross slides to the high side. Pouch right there like a
Yeah, this is going to be another track that's going to have such a really, really good championship battle. Because like any of the top 10 right now can win races, and extrapolate that over the course of a season, it's going to be pretty chaotic come August. Stoyer into the top 5. Stoyer's been so good to start off the season, winning in Port Royal, continuously winning. Was it here he won a race already off the top of my head? I think so. And then just also, I don't think he's finished outside the top 5 in any race he started. Looking inside, Billy Pouch Jr. Buffalino definitely running away in the front. Kind of hard to tell who's the best of the rest right here, especially when they go 3 wide and they almost take each other out. Stoyer's faster than Pouch here, obviously. But Pouch is just quick enough to where Stoyer can't get by him. I love Tim Pitts, man. Buffalino, like I said, picked up his first win of the year as well. Yeah, so we had some, once again, really good races. last week. You know, just wish you're able to see them all, you know. Oh, this one. Do that. Yeah, just wish you can see them all. So this is what we're looking like for races this upcoming week. You could see obviously a lot more. Racing season is just about fully underway. May is really the time when it's like, yep, every track is back, everyone's racing again. It's going to be like that for the next 4 months straight. So you can see here all of the races that are taking on, as well as the Fonda one right now. Just got notifications on my phone. Ronnie Johnson and Matt Shepard were the Heat winners from Fonda. So, you can check that out on Flow Racing, as well as all of the other streaming options all the way on the right. Tracks that don't live stream obviously are just going to have a dash. And then there were some races I couldn't find information on the winning, the amount to win, like Grandview, Lebanon. I have no idea. So if you guys do know, please let me know. And then there was something else I'm missing. Big Diamond. It's listed as 3,000. The track posted if they get 42 cars at least to sign in again, they're going to bump it up to, I think, another $10,000 to win show. So depending on how many cars enter, it's at least 3,000 to win. Love to see it. That track is thriving right now. Airborne Park and BAPS, looks like I forgot to change from April 26th to April 27th. Those are Sunday shows, not Saturday shows. Yeah, also underneath my camera right here, next stream, obviously not last week. The next stream will be next Wednesday the 30th. So surprisingly long stream. The bear results definitely prolonged it more than I thought it would. Do I have anything else for you guys this week? I don't believe so. So I'm gonna let you go here. Everyone jump over to Flow Racing and check out the action from Fonda. I still have to finish up a little bit of editing for my video at Albany. Billy, you have anything to add back there? Newest shirt to my collection I picked up on Friday, my first Jack Lehner shirt. That's now 3 for the year already for me, to go with my Ryan Godown and Tanner Van Doren one. Yeah, I think that's about it. I still don't really have an outro for these streams, but thank you guys for tuning in. Subscribe if you're not already, like the stream if you've enjoyed it. If you have any things, any pointers, suggestions, ideas, I'm all ears. I'm still a one man show here, so I don't have any producers I gotta go through. So thank you guys for watching. Really, go support your local short track, because we're still going strong here in the Northeast. Don't let any bad news articles tell you otherwise.